A petition to limit social media to 16-year-olds. Let's have a look. Hello everyone, Florian here, and welcome to another episode of HeiseSays. Grab your, full stein of coffee, and let's talk about this petition which is being pushed by News Corp to limit social media from children, to age restricted to 16-year-olds. Now, honestly, I think it doesn't go far enough. I would argue we need to limit social media to people who are 32 years and above. Forget this 16 years, you need to be 32 and above, and let's just restrict voting to that age as well. Why not? Let's do it properly. Come on guys, let's go back to the old ways. You need to actually be an adult and have achieved some level of independence before you try and influence the world. What do you reckon? So, why do we need to increase the age for social media access in Australia? Now, this is a change.org petition. I'm quite skeptical about change.org. There's a lot of rubbish on there and they use it for marketing purposes. But still, I agree with not allowing your young children. We are very strict with regards to our children's access to computers. Now, we have a lot of computers. We have pretty much each one of our children has their own computer that they can use, but we lock down what websites they can go to. We lock down the time they have on the computer and their access to social media. I think my kids, the closest social media they have is individual Steam accounts. Because you can, if you're not aware, you can share a family's Steam library. So if they buy Steam, everyone has Steam, you can share with your family. So they can play my copy of Wolf 3D or Civilization and share it there. So that's something to consider. For that, we use I think Microsoft has the all built in to tie to their accounts. You can restrict it, control access on your phone. I would highly recommend you look at it, everyone. It's not back in the 90s where your parents had no bloody idea about computers and put NetNanny and all this garbage on there to try and stop people. And you could get around it. Teenagers could find a way to get around this stuff. But social media, I would argue, it can be much more insidious than a lot of the stuff we were looking at and exposed to back in the day. Say you're getting harassed and bullied at school, it doesn't end. You don't have that time to come home and the peace and serenity with your family. You get constantly bombarded with this social media crap again and again and again. And the reason I'm serious about limiting the age to 32 years old, because there's so many stupid people on there that don't know what they're talking about. And I know this is hypocritical as me as a YouTuber, but just look at Twitter, guys. Case in point, look at Twitter. Oh boy. So let's have a look at this. I would support this policy. Well, I'm doing it. You don't need the government to intervene. It's parents. Parents need to step up and take control of this. The government doesn't even need to be involved. Okay? This will fail. Even if the government steps in and implements it, it'll fail. Kids will find a way around it. The parents need to parent their kids. Parent their teenagers. So, why this petition matters. A generation of children is being lost to billion-dollar social media giants because they're putting profits before people. What are you, an idiot? Everyone puts profits before people. In Australia, youth ending and mental health rates are skyrocketing. The number of children diagnosed with eating disorders is up 200%. I was actually discussing this with my daughter the other day. Just what is it? Men fight other men. Women give women eating disorders. Isn't that the saying? Just to do with the social hierarchy and how they're bullying each other. That's the difference. An increasing number are suffering loneliness, sleep deprivation, and reduced social skills. Loneliness is a huge problem at the moment now. The number of men under 30 that are virgins is crazy. Sleep deprivation online constantly with this garbage. Yeah, it's true. I mean, I've done it myself. You know, you're having an argument with someone and you just constant back and forth. It's a complete waste of time. It doesn't achieve anything. It's costing you money that you could be spending, and time that you could be spending either getting healthier, improving your life, learning a new skill, or earning money. That's how I see it. Experts say that is because of a fundamental change in the lives of children in the last 10 years, the utter explosion of social media use. I mean, it really is different. I mean, if I think back to when it kind of started. What was it, MySpace? Remember, I had a mate, he was on a MySpace and he had a band, and it was ICQ or ICR that you chat with your friends about, I think, to organize like online playing of Duke Nukem 3D or computer games or things like that, but it's not the same as it is now. All the normies are on it, to be quite honest. Parents are losing the fight against these platforms who continue to knowingly expose children to harmful content that is affecting their mental or physical health. You need to keep your kids off it. It's easier for us because we homeschool, so we can tie everything down and regulate it. Maybe that's one of the best advantages of it. We must protect our children. That's where we're campaigning for the federal government to act and raise the age of that children can access social media from 13 to 16. No, this just up it to 32. Okay? Up it to 32. Honestly, most people in their 20s, they're not, their brains haven't finished developing. You can just see that by their voting preferences. They're not able to handle this. And you can tell the viewing audience of my channel. Experts in mental health, child advocacy, and children protection are behind us. Importantly, parents who are grieving the loss of their children because of what they were exposed to on social media also offer their support. I mean, I understand the motivation here, but it's not the government's job to parent your kids. Okay, it's not their responsibility to parent your kids. If you don't understand how to restrict their access to social media, you need to get a shit phone that can't access it. You need to block it at your, well, I'd be going through into your router, blocking it there. You need to control your internet access. The problem is if you've left it too late, it's going to be hard. Taking social media off a 16-year-old is going to be a nightmare. It's going to be impossible. It's part of their lives now. It's part of who they are as a person. So let's stop the scourge of social media. Let them be kids giving back 3 years of their precious childhood. I agree. I mean, it can be addictive. It's designed to be addictive. It really is. It's worse than computer games. Honestly, it is worse than computer games. Because it's complete garbage. There's no creativity there. There's no thinking there. It quickly overtook all her spare time. She was messaging in bed, calling till midnight. And it was, okay, this is utter bullshit. Okay, I don't believe this for a second. What parent would let a primary school kid, okay, let them do that? We've got a rule, no screens in bedrooms. We're living in a rental, and we have one big room, and we've got one computer, my laptop, with the screen set up. Then I've got the kids next to me on another desk and another 2 computers there. We've got 4 computers in this one room around the edge of the room. So you see what everyone's on. You see what everyone's doing. You see what they're all working on, if they're doing schoolwork or if they're watching a YouTube educational video that tends to become this stupid, what are they watching? This a French mermaid show with a shark and kind of like a Wile E. Coyote character or something, a Tasmanian devil that the Tasmanian devil wants to eat the mermaid and the shark is protecting. They're loving this stuff and they know I hate it, so that's probably why they're watching it. But you want to be able to see what your kids are watching. No screens in the bedroom. Not primary school, no chance. They shouldn't even have a social media account. You should block it. That's our eldest is 11. She's not even allowed to have access to these accounts by the rules already. That already exist, okay? You need to be 13. So what's the point in changing this? This is where it's not going to work. It's up to the individual parents. They need to realize it's your responsibility. So, the founder of Heads Up, a father of 5. It's horrifying, and we certainly need additional safeguards to protect our kids. I think the age should be raised to 16. I just feel that the kids, they're not children, and they're not adults. The tweens, they're the vulnerable ones because they believe whatever they hear and what they see on the net. Well, that's why you need to kind of teach them to see through the bullshit. The problem is they're not taught critical thinking in school. They're not taught to challenge things. I mean, I saw that at university. Social media is a cancer that have claimed too many children's lives. The son's 17 when he... Oh, no. After being bullied on Facebook. That's the thing. It never ends. Courtney shouldn't have been able to upload over 500 photos of her Instagram account while the keyboard warriors were commenting on her self-harming photos, telling her to... Oh, no. Okay, that's horrible. Yeah. That's it. People will... In some regards, that's why I would advocate for people not having false identities online. I can see both sides of it. Because people will write whatever shit they want in the comments, but they'll have no balls to even have a political discussion in the office. It's such a fucking joke, to be honest. We can't talk about that in the office. That'll offend someone. Oh, no. Oh, we all have to, eat the shitty vegan cake and pretend like it doesn't taste like dog shit because we don't want to offend people. I remember when I worked for the APA, there's one girl that she always made these vegan cakes and they tasted like crap. Oh, so horrible. So horrible. Ness Love and her daughter 15, another one who ended their life after trolls of Instagram. Then why didn't you get rid of the app? I mean, okay, 15, 17, these are the parents would probably be a little bit older than me. Now, I'm a geriatric millennial. So maybe I'm a little bit more switched on with technology than some of these parents are that can actually lock it down. I mean, we're not getting our children a phone. I've told my daughter if she wants a phone, she needs to be able to have enough money to buy it outright and to pay the monthly cost in dividend income. And by that stage, I imagine she's mature enough to handle all the bullshit. We need to stop another generation of children from being impacted. It's the parents' job. It's not... This won't work, okay? This is the reality of it. They'll maybe even the government will petition so they change a form on a social media website and people are going to lie. The kids are still going to get in. You've got someone mentioning primary school kids already underneath the age of all of this stuff and still using it. It comes down to the parents, guys. You can't expect the government to parent your kids or to take care of them. Other people aren't going to make the tough calls that you need to make. And one of it is get rid of social media. Age verification is so important. Parents want to be cool parents. They want to say yes to these things. But I say delete the app. If Zuckerberg switched off his apps, a lot of heartbreak and suicide would stop immediately. Child Safe Australia, father of 3. Why are we allowing our children to be brainwashed by algorithms, by people who don't care about them? Fan of Bravehearts. When people used to be bullied, it was at school and they could escape it for a few hours at home. Now we're 24 hours. Yes, this is the issue. Kids don't have the maturity to see the bigger picture, that it'll be okay. Anti-cyberbullying. We're totally on board with this campaign. Bully Zero. I'm very much in favor of delayed access to social media. If there are some restrictions in place, then it makes it easier on parents. My son is 10. There are kids in his class on Instagram, TikTok, on Snapchat. He came home from school and asked what P-Hub was. Oh, boy. What about all the kids whose mothers are on, what's it, the fan thing, that thing where they're pornographic online dancing stuff. What's it called? I don't remember the name. Which is good. I don't remember the name. I to be brutally honest, I looked at P-Hub as a way to get, as a content creator, not for the pornographic content, but you can put anything on there. You can put political commentary on there, and it has greater freedoms than any other platform. And you can get a kit from them to create content, and it's all about creating adult content. Yeah, don't go down that path, guys. There's better ways to make money than to sell your body. Not My Kid, a support group for parents looking to protect their children against the dangers of social media. Jen Hoey. I back this campaign. No young people harmed by the messages. Yep. The solution, the federal government to legislate to increase the age to access social media from 13 to 16. Yeah, and enforce it through age verification. What do you reckon? Where the people are donating? Why would you donate this? I guess they want to feel like they're doing something. I mean, there you go, guys. Let's have a chat about this one, eh? I mean, I'm serious. Raise it to 32 years old, not 16. I mean, it's bullshit. It's not going to make any difference. Kids are going to find a way around it. Parents, you need to restrict it. You need to restrict access to these devices. You need to clamp down on your network at home. You need to lock down at least the router point of access. I think this is just the generation of parents that don't understand how to do it and are being too nice and are not realizing what they're handing over to their children. My advice would be look at the Microsoft apps that you can use to regulate screen time. Don't have any social media for the kids at all. Not at all. It's not worth it. Even restrict MMOs. That's what I'd recommend. But look at what Microsoft has. I mean, here, I've got an email. Microsoft Family Safety. Can Mina have more screen time? She's just asking me right now on the PC today. So it comes in. We restrict the time they can access it. They need to request time. We need to give it to them. Usually to do schoolwork, or if they finish their schoolwork and they want to play a computer game, they can. Anyway, guys, let me know your thoughts and opinions on this one, and I will see you in the next episode of HeiseSays. Bye for now.